Bore da pawb! Happy Thursday. It is the 14th of January. So this is your literacy home learning video, and our learning objective today is to rewrite part of a poem using a specific structure. Okay, so it means a specific structure means a structure that's already there that we need to follow. So we can't just write whatever we want to. Now, yesterday, you guys went on a really exciting task. You went on a sound hunt. So you might have done it around your house. You might have done it around your garden, or you might have gone on a little walk for your daily exercise to see what sounds you could collect. And it wasn't just the sound you were collecting. You were listening for the sound and the object making that sound. And you should have filled in your table with as many sounds as you could. You are going to change, though, is about the sound. So the next part of the poem will be the part we are changing by using our own sounds we collected on our sound hunt. So let's have a look at these lines. It says, the whistling of the kettle, the turning of the lock, the purring of the kitten, the ticking of the clock. Every line in that poem, or in that part of the poem, starts with the. Okay, and we need to make sure when we're rewriting part of our poem, we start every line with the. Okay, and we're going to be introducing our sounds. Now, every line gives the sound and the object, but it always gives the sound first. So the whistling is the sound here of the kettle. The kettle is the object. It's the noun, isn't it? It's the object that's making the noise. So you can see if you carry on looking, the turning is the sound of the lock is the noun, the object. The purring is the sound of the kitten is the noun. And then finally, the ticking is the sound, and the clock is the noun, the object, the name of the thing that is making that noise. And this is the specific structure that we're going to be following in our poem. So you need to have a look at the table you filled out yesterday. So in this column here, you should have your sounds, and in this column here, you should have your objects. So I've got my sounds. I had a cracking window, a pouring kettle, popping popcorn, and a beeping microwave. And we're going to follow the specific structure of the poem that every line to do with the sounds starts with the. It introduces the sound, and then it says of the, and then it gives you the object. So I would fill out my poem by saying the cracking of the window, the pouring of the kettle, the popping of the popcorn, the beeping of the microwave. Okay, and if I was on my whiteboard, I would have written those on my lines, but Miss Marks isn't very good at using her mouse to write. It's quite difficult. So that's the specific structure that you need to follow today. Okay, and then the end of the poem, the last 4 lines of the poem, which you can see down here, says, a stranger called this morning, he didn't leave his name, left us only in silence, life will never be the same. We're going to keep that part the same as the original poem as well. So we're only rewriting the sounds. Now, I gave you an example of 4 lines there, but I'm sure you collected far more sounds than 4 yesterday. So I want you to try and fill this poem with as many different sounds as you can think of, or that you collected yesterday. You might have noticed as well that in the original poem there's rhyming, but we're not going to focus on the rhyming today. We're going to be focusing on the structure of the writing. So if your lines don't rhyme with each other, do not worry. If they do, then great, give it a go, but don't worry if they don't. Miss Marks didn't do rhyming. It's okay if you don't as well. So remember, the first 4 lines of the poem up here stay the same. Then you fill out your lines with all of the sounds, starting with the sound of the object. And then the last 4 lines stay the same as well. Good luck. I can't wait to see your poems. Hwyl fawr.